Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am gonna compare the Samsung's Galaxy A7 2018 and the 6 months old the Galaxy J8. The price difference is kind of huge between these phones and the A7 being more expensive, so let's see the major differences between these phones. And starting off with the construction, the Galaxy A7 is coming with glass back and plastic frame, so the handset is gonna have reflective and glossy finish to it, versus the J8 is coming with fully plastic construction and gonna have more grapey matte finish to it. The screen size on both phones is gonna be 6 inches, being longer in aspect ratio. So as for the overall size of these phones, there is no difference. The A7 is just 1mm more wider, which you're not gonna notice. As for the bezel size, and both are Samsung phones, but one has slightly more thinner bezels, and that phone is the J8. The side bezels along with the top and bottom bezels both are slightly more thinner on the handset, and as for the weight, the J8 being slightly more heavier too. On-screen controls on both phones for navigation and the fingerprint scanner is gonna be on the right side on the A7 versus on the back on the J8, and the face unlock feature is also present on both handsets. For connectivity, there is micro USB port on both handsets, no Type C, and the headphone jack being on the bottom side and the loudspeaker on the upper right side on the J8 versus on the bottom side on the A7 2018. And at last, both of these does not have any water resistance, so it can get inside these. Both phones are coming with Super AMOLED screens with resolution of Full HD on the A7 versus HD 720p on the J8. So the screen is not gonna be as sharp on the J8 as on the A7, and the difference is gonna be noticeable all the time. The J8 is also not coming with the AlwaysOn display feature, while the A7 does have this. And at last, to protect these screens, there is Gorilla Glass 3 on the A7 versus no protection, just tempered glass on the J8 2018. As for the performance aspects, and the A7 is coming with the Exynos 7885 versus the J8 with Snapdragon 450, and the A7 with its Exynos chip is gonna be faster, while you're gonna have to compromise in gaming and performance if you wanna go with the J8. And as for the RAM, the A7 is coming with 4GB of it, which is good, while the base model of the J8 is coming with 3GB of RAM. So less multitasking, but it's also not gonna be bad, while the 4GB RAM variant of the J8 is also gonna be available. The base storage on the J8 is gonna be 32GB, which goes up to 64, while the base model of the A7 comes with 64GB of storage, which goes up to 128GB, and all these variants support the micro SD card. And as for the operating system, both are gonna be running Android Oreo, and the A7 is definitely getting the Pie update, while the chances of J8 for getting the Pie update are low. So yeah. Now as for the camera, and it's gonna be 16 megapixels on the J8 versus 24 megapixels on the A7. So definitely higher detailed pictures on the A7. And for portrait shots, both are gonna have a secondary depth sensor. The third sensor on the A7 is gonna be a wide angle with 120 degrees of field of view, while a normal camera does not have field of view of over 80 degrees, so super wide shots on the A7 to fit more things into the frame. The J8 can have refocusing issues as there is no face detection on it for refocusing, while the A7 does have it, and both of these cameras are gonna be fixed, but on the A7 the software is gonna do the stabilization work, versus on the J8 there is no software based stabilization as well. On both handsets, the maximum video recording resolution is gonna be 1080p at 30, and as for slow-mos, there is no slow motion feature on the J8 versus the A7 can record 720p videos at 240 fps, which is gonna be 8 times slower, and it's gonna be awesome. The front camera is gonna be 24 megapixels on the A7 versus 16 megapixels on the J8, and both are gonna have a front LED flash. So as for the camera, the A7 is definitely coming with more features. At loss for the battery, and it's gonna be 3300 mAh on the A7 versus slightly larger 3500 mAh on the J8. So backup time should be slightly more on the J8 as its CPU is also not as powerful. And as for the fast charging, both with their included chargers take 2.5 hours to fully charge, while the A7 can be fast charged with a fast charger. So this is it for this video guys. Let me know what do you guys think about both handsets, and if you found this video interesting then be sure to like it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.